excellent strength and perfect clarity is the 5x5.
It's Real Talk with David and Nikki. Stay tuned for hot topics, gossip, and a little shade on the 5x5.
Yes, it's Real Talk. I'm your host, David, with my girl, darling Nikki. What's up, darling Nikki?
What's up?
And this is Real Talk, and we're coming to you from the great state that's shaped like a boot of Indiana. Did you realize that we're shaped like a boot? And where I am in Indiana, it's really in the toe, and it's
I was going to say you're in the toe. Oh my gosh.
It's kind of synonymous to where it's kind of synonymous with okay. And I got to get out of the toe of Indiana. I'm not enjoying it. I need to move to the middle where my co-host is, and maybe
so what
things
am I?
would be a
am I
little
in the
less...
arch? What am I? I'm like in the arch of the foot.
No, you would if that's a boot and we're in the toe, you would be like the bottom of the calf.
Yeah. At least I'm not toe jam.
Okay. This is true. But what's going on? I'm still kind of coming down from my birthday celebration. Thank you guys for listening to the birthday show. But because I'm still kind of reeling off my birthday coming down, and I'm actually finishing off the last piece of cake tonight. I have it sitting right. So when we get off the air, I'm going to finish my cake.
Ooh, that sounds good. That big old gay cake.
Okay, it was big, bright.
It was a rainbow on your cake.
They did it on purpose. They did it on purpose. It was very sweet. That's why I couldn't eat so much of it. But I got to finish it off. But yeah, it was a big rainbow cake. I will put pictures of some stuff I did on my birthday on recycledblogtalk.blogspot.com. Hey, Icon, and so you guys can see my big gay cake, as Nicole said. It's so funny because Nikki had texted me. I was sending her pictures during while we was doing my little birthday cake thing, and she texted back to me, "It's a gay cake," and my sister had just said that to me. That's the reason the guy. So I thought that was kind of funny. But,
it was pretty though.
It was kind of cute. It's kind of cute, but so. First thing I kind of ran across earlier today, we didn't know we was going to do a show tonight. We're trying to keep track, and I had told Nikki yesterday that we was going to do it at 10:30 Central Standard Time. She's an hour ahead of me, but then it got pushed back because I was doing some stuff for someone, and I got behind schedule. But then I call her. Check this out. I call Nikki.
Oh, no.
Now, see, if you have an iPhone or Android phone, an iPod Touch, you can get Google or even have Gmail. You can make calls from your computer, and you know how Blog Talk Radio is set up. I call in from my computer so I can have everything together without being from my phone like I did the other day because I don't think the sounds as good. So my Google Talk number is my number I used when I was in Atlanta, Georgia, because I didn't want to give up my Indiana number because I have had it since 2001. So I didn't want to give it up. So I got the Google Talk number, and when I had my Android phone, they both would ring into my phone without any issue. So when I call from my computer, I know this is a long drawn out story, it calls with with my Atlanta number. So I called darling Nikki just mere moments ago. And I had messaged her on Facebook, but she never messaged me back, telling her we was on the show. And so she says, "Who's this?" And she's laughing and all giddy, and she mentions somebody's name, and she's laughing. And I'm like, "Chick, it's me." Now, we've been talking for pretty much the majority of our lives. Darling Nikki and I, we talk probably, what do you say, 2, 3, or 4 times a week?
Yeah.
And so she did... Plus the show, and then she doesn't recognize my voice. And I'm like, are you serious? Because I thought she was cohorting with someone else that I don't particularly like. and she's laughing and she's getting all hyped until she found out it was me. She didn't catch my voice.
I sure didn't. Cause I looked at the number first, and I'm like, this number doesn't look familiar. And then I'm like, hi.
Yeah, but no, it wasn't just an hi. It was a schoolgirl laugh. She was all giddy with it, and I'm like, are you kidding me? You know, because I think there's things. There's things that we talk about, and I use, I use colorful language and terms, and I think some of my phrases are my own phrases. And I was saying this, and she should have picked up immediately, but she didn't.
I picked up none.
None. When I say none, it was none. Mess. But that's okay. We'll take care of her. Somebody Icon in the chat room says, who did she think she was talking to? That's what I want to know, because I don't think I got the real story anyhow, but that's all right. That is quite all right. But anyhow, today I was looking online for some stuff to talk about tonight, because even though with the things going on, I was like, I don't have a topic, and I knew we were going to do something tonight, but I ran across an app. It's a phone app that is not made it to America. It's a Portuguese app that was on the Google Play Store, and I'm gonna try and pronounce that without butchering it. I did have a minor in Spanish, so I should be able to pronounce it. It's Rastreador de Namorados. Oh, that was really good. I do speak Spanish.
That was good. It sounded good.
Okay, arriba. And so we okay, may we. That's the only French I know. But it's like Portuguese, like Spanish and French mixed together, something like that.
Portuguese is the official language of Brazil. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. And thing is, it's the only Brazil in South America is the only place they speak Portuguese in South America. The rest is Spanish. Anyhow. So it's on the Google App Store. There's a Google Play Store app that's translated to boyfriend tracker. And what it does is you have to put this on your partners, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. It was made for the gays, but I'm sure people will found ways to put it on boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, significant other, whatever you want to call it, husband, wife. And it will, if you get it on the app, if you pay $2 a month or a week or whatever it is, they will mask the app on your partner's phone. But if you don't pay for it,
funny.
yeah, it will be there. And so obviously it sends updates. It's like a GPS for your partner. Now, would you do that to somebody?
Oh,
Nikki?
Heck yes. No, well, let me rephrase this. Had that app been out a while back ago, I would have so used it. I would have so used it. I would have been the CEO with much stock in that app.
Okay.
When there were cell phones available, yes. Oh, yeah, I would have used it. But you know what I got to thinking after reading that article, though? If you really need to use that app, then you don't have a relationship. You don't really have trust with your partner. And what's a relationship with no trust, you know?
True.
And that's something that I've come to realize in these 28 years of my life. That
28?
No, I say 28.
Oh, okay. I was ready to stop. Okay, you 28, you 28.
That you really, if you don't trust your partner, then you really don't have a relationship. But yeah, I so would have used that. You know me. I would have been on that.
You know what? And unfortunately, what you said is true to me, because trust. But my thing is, you said if you don't have trust, that's not a foundation to build a relationship on. I trust no one. I've never trusted anybody I've been in a relationship with. I would have had the app, and I would have paid the $2 so I could mask it. But here's the thing. Say, for instance,
I would have paid $200.
Okay.
Yes.
But say, for instance, I say, how does that work? Because supposedly the Google Play Store in Portugal has taken it off their app, taking it from their app store because it has raised so much craziness. People are really mad. There's writing angry letters, and because my thing is, why are you mad? Are you the cheater? It's just like, I guess the same thing to me is like having a prenuptial agreement. I think you both have to be on the same page. Is this okay? So I think you both have to be on the same page, because the thing is, because I'm kind of devious, I would probably do it on the low.
Here's what I was what I thought was funny. You can get the app for free, but you have to let your partner know that you're tracking them. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's. Well,
unless you have a non-tech savvy partner, because it says the app won't be masked. If you pay for it, it will be masked. So maybe if you have somebody that didn't really know how to operate a phone and know about apps, you can hide it. Because with the Google Play Store, with the Android, you've had an Android phone before. You don't have to put every app on your home screen. And if you have an iPhone, you can put the app into a subfolder on one of your screens. So I guess there would be ways to mask it even if you did pay for it.
Right, and so the symbol will come up if you're not paying for it. But if you pay the $2, that little symbol won't come up. Not the Google symbol, but the boyfriend thing symbol won't come up.
Yeah, the boyfriend tracker app symbol.
Yeah. So my thing is, why don't you just pay the $2 and have where, unless you just grab his phone when he's not looking. But I've never done that before, ever. I've never done that.
See, and that was my next question. Would you or have you looked through your partner's phone?
Of course.
Me too. Some people think it's wrong. Remember that song? Well, not even the song. The movie. I think it was "Why Did I Get Married To?" TOO. And they had a conversation about looking into your husband, wife's, boyfriend, girlfriend's phone. Thing is, I couldn't help myself if I wouldn't ask to look in it. But if you happen to be in the shower and it was laying there, I'm going to look.
Yeah.
I'm going to look because I don't trust you. I need to know who's this number. And thing is, I hate when anybody that I've been with, but I've done it before, so I guess I can't hate on it too much. When somebody answers their phone and says it's your boyfriend, and then they walk out of the room. Who are you talking to that you can't talk in front of me?
Yeah, or go in the bathroom or something like that. But, it depends, too, on where you're at in the relationship, what level, what kind of, you know what I'm saying? What level you're at in the relationship, too. I mean, if you've known each other for 2 days.
Early on, no. This had to be after some time. Yeah, you're right. You're totally right. It had to be after some time, and I would have to be, committed and solid in the relationship. I guess, but if you're committed and solid in a relationship, I guess you don't need to do that. But I'm a little crazy, so it's all about control with me. But the guy who made the app is Matthew Grigio, 24 years old. So they said it hasn't made its way to the States yet. But how far off is it? If we have Find Your Phone apps, we have Grindr, we have all these dating apps that do that locate people within a specific area from where you're located at. So how far off are we? Or is there an app? I'm sure somebody's come up with something. I know there's GPS tracking devices. I was watching. Do you ever watch the T.I. show, T.I. and Tiny? You ever watch that show? He put a GPS tracking device on his daughter's car to find out where she was going or if she was dating a particular young man, and he did that on her car.
I can see doing it now, maybe, if I was in a serious relationship, and it would be like reverse. It would be me giving the person information and say, hey, I'm going to have you track me or whatever, because if I come up missing today, today's age, that might be a good thing.
Yeah, I guess. But I think if you have an iPhone or an iOS device, if it's on you and they don't know it's on you, you can automatically find out where it is. That's why you can track stolen iPhones and stuff. But which brings me to, I don't know, my sister the other day, she texted me. We're texting back and forth about some stuff, and she says that somebody had stolen the license plate off her car. Did you know that? Did you read that on Facebook?
Yes.
Yes. in broad daylight. It was at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. And she was at Walmart inside the store, you know, and somebody stole her license plates off her car. I mean, that's bold. That's really, really bold. But anyhow, I won't go into too much. I have to give you too many details. But yeah, but they not that they found the person. They did see the video from the store. They know what the person looks like. They know what kind of car they drive. So hopefully they will be able to get him soon. Good. Before he commits. But she had to get a new driver's license plate. She didn't have to pay the full amount just to get a replacement plate. But it's kind of ridiculous. People are crazy. How lazy are you? Because that means if you're driving around with a license plate that's stolen, then that means you're driving around without any insurance. So, you know, you're risking everybody else's lives. You know, you might run into somebody and kill them, and then you're probably going to flee the scene. So, you know, these people today are crazy.
It's just irresponsible and dumb because, you know, and then to know that your car has been violated and touched by somebody. I hate when people touch my car to put on a flyer, let alone steal something off of it.
That irritates me. And not that my car is all that fabulous, but still, it's my car. I paid for it. Don't be touching it with your flyer.
Touching it. Yeah.
Yes. The last time somebody had a flyer on me, I was still in Georgia, and it was about gold. I'm like, you know how much I paid for my windshield wipers? Don't be pulling my windshield wiper back to do that. Stop. You know, oh, I'm sorry. Don't do it. But it was everywhere. And then, plus, most people throw them off anyhow. So then they're flying down the parking lot, and there's a whole bunch of trash. So that your marketing campaign is not working. Stop it. I'm going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Check us out on Facebook at The 5x5 or tweet us at The 5x5 or go to Recycle Blog Talk for past shows. Thanks for tuning in.
And we're back. Today, like I told you, I was really busy. My mother and I was out doing some things, you know, and you know, shopping and stuff. And so my mother in her head, and I can't tell her, a few years ago, I purchased her from my MP3 player. It wasn't. She didn't want an iPod, which I said, this is what you need, you know. But she didn't want that. She didn't think she could figure it out. I said, well, it's a little bit easier. It's easier for me to do on your computer. She didn't want to do it. So I bought her an MP3 player because my mother loves music. She loves gospel music. She listens to a lot of different things, and she uses it a lot now. But and so she's like, in her mind, she's like, well, I need to buy a second MP3 player so I can put more music on it. I'm like, well, why don't you just get one that's bigger capacity and have all the music on it? But she didn't want to hear that. So I'm like, I'm not gonna go into it with you with this. So we go to Big Lots because they had one on sale that she's seen. So you know, my mother, once it's in her head, it has to be done. There's no talking her out of it. So I would.
Let me just say, I love Big Lots. That must run in the family. I love Big Lots.
I don't know if I necessarily love Big Lots. It's okay. I've gotten some headphones, and one thing you can find cheap, like a little electronic computer stuff there, and CDs and blank DVDs there, which I like. And during Christmas, they have a lot of good sales on Christmas
food,
stuff. I guess
they got food they got international food. They got everything there.
I don't trust that. Although I will say that that they have extra virgin olive oil that's really cheap. Because if you ever purchase extra virgin olive oil, it's very expensive in the store. So you can get it at Big Lots pretty cheap. I will say that. You know, because I like to cook with extra virgin olive oil. I'll give you that recipe on the show one of these days. But anyhow, we're looking at the MP3 players. I don't like any of the brands. I think they're kind of cheap. You know, I'm like, nah, but she's seen the one, and so I'm like, okay, if that's what you want, get it. So it's, mind you, it's $15. It's $15. And so I go get one of the sales associates. I say, hey, are you working in electronics? I said, we need to get an iPod. We need to get an MP3 player. And they have these $15 Polaroid, mind you. I thought Polaroid was cameras. Polaroid MP3 players, $15, double locked behind these little grate things. And I think it's funny. So he gets it out, and so he won't let me touch it. I'm like, can I read the box? And And so he's watching me like I'm going to snatch it out of his hands and run. Now, you know I'm a big boy. I had on dress sandals that doesn't have a back. You just slide your foot into them. That doesn't have a back. Exactly, Icon. Icon in the chat room says, sounds like what happened to Oprah, but at Big Lots. And so he's looking at me. He finally
You cannot afford this.
$15, girl. And so he finally concedes, and he's watching me, and then he's sweating, and thinking this was another brother. You know, and I'm like, dude, and I'm looking at him.
Sure
I said, okay,
$1,500 for it?
Oh, okay. And so you would have thought. And so I go to put the $15 iPod. Keep saying iPod. I'm sorry, Apple. It's not an iPod. The $15 MP3 player into the cart. He's like, oh no, I'll take it up there for you. And it'll be waiting for you when you get to the register. I said, it's
wow.
I said, this is $15. I said, I have $500 worth of toys in my pocket, you know, and I pulled out my iPod Touch and my cell phone. I'm like, look, my mom was like, Beak, don't say nothing. I'm like, no, that doesn't make sense to me. This is $15. And her phone was $200. So I'm like, seriously, we're not going to run out of the store with this. You know, so I just thought that was funny because he was hawking me. He thought I was going to snatch that and make a whole bunch of money off of it. The thing is so cheap, and this is my mom. The thing is, for her, it's very basic. You didn't have to know much. You just push some buttons to play your music. But it's so cheap. It's lighter than one piece of paper.
Okay, because I'm on eBay right now, and guess what? I bet you didn't know this. MP3 players right now are going for, drumroll please, $2,500, and I guess it's something that just occurred yesterday. Did you know that?
Oh wow! See, I should have stole it. Can you carry my big black behind to jail over a stolen $15 MP3 player? That's just a mess.
Maybe that's what he saw. Maybe that's what the big lots cashier saw, that it was going for some money and you desperately wanted it and needed it and was going to steal it out of his. Oh my gosh, that's just not even right.
Yeah, and I guess maybe that's your store policy. I used to work at a retail store, and that kind of stuff, that's the stuff you put out for people to steal so they won't steal the real expensive stuff. You know, because it's not like that at Best Buy. You know, you can pick up anything, even the cheap MP3 players, and take them to the counter. I mean, dude, seriously, this is Big Lots, and it's probably reconditioned anyhow. You know,
yeah, exactly.
I'm like, and I thought it was, I wasn't really mad. I just thought it was comical. I'm like, seriously? And I just kept on saying, $15, really, seriously? And my mom was trying to hush me up, but, you know, it's kind of hard to do. And I'm flashing my electronics. You know, I'm like, dude, there's nothing in the store that I can't buy if I want it. You know? And that's not me being arrogant or anything or flossing, because I can't floss like that. But I'm just saying, there's nothing in here I can't buy if I want it. It is Big Lots. You know.
But aside from that, I love me some Big Lots. Actually, I will say though that I have been in the store where there were some kind of cashiers kind of like strange like that, and they didn't do anything like that to me, but they'll kind of look at you strange. Like, you know, are you really wanting Doritos? Well, we have 5 international brands, and, you know, they'll just kind of look at you silly, you know, but I don't pay any attention to it. I'm going about my business. But this was kind of extreme.
I just think it was funny.
MP3 player.
Okay, whatever. You know, that's my mom's world. So I was kind of on my best behavior. But enough of that. Did you ever see the little Miley Cyrus performance with Robin Thicke? Did you ever see that?
Yes.
Because the blogosphere and online and all the media outlets have lost their mind. She did too much. Way too much.
Yeah, it was right, Icon. That was just a mess. And she looked hot. filth. Filth.
They're saying in the chat room that they couldn't watch the whole thing. I was so appalled I couldn't either, because I think it's a way, because like Madonna, even though I'm not a big Madonna fan, she was able to be shocking, but she pulled it off with some class. This was just trash. You were trying too hard to be sexy, and you failed miserably.
Yeah, not even close to Madonna.
No, but I think there's a way. If you want to learn from your predecessors, sometimes you have to take good notes, and she obviously didn't take good notes. And then thing is, the little thing that she stripped down into, it wasn't even cute, and her butt looked nasty. They said she had a Hank Hill butt.
Her whole body looked nasty, if you ask me. But you know what? It's trashy. It's trashy. I consider it trashy. Nothing but trash. And to me, it almost diminished Robin Thicke's sexiness. And I want to say something about him when we're finished talking about her.
You couldn't. Well, I'm almost finished. You couldn't concentrate on what he was doing because she was acting such a fool. But go ahead and speak about Robin Thicke.
So Robin Thicke, they're saying that his wife, Paula Patton, went off on, I guess, Miley or whatever. And I kind of just think this whole thing is an act or whatever. But I don't know if anyone else has noticed but me. But there have been some other award shows that have happened, in the past couple of months. And she and Paula Patton has appeared on the award shows. And she has looked... Now, let me say this, first of all. She's a very beautiful African-American woman. But she has looked like she was disoriented or something. And so, I don't know. Are they doing good? What's the deal between them? But I guess that's the topic for another show. So, anyway. Robin Thicke, I love you. Call into the show anytime.
Well, we never hear about... I think she's gorgeous. Let's say Paula Patton, is that her name?
Paula Patton, yeah.
Yeah, I think she's absolutely stunning. But I hope they're doing good. Maybe we need to do a little digging and find out what's going on with Mr. Thicke and Miss Paula. I want to send a quick shout out to Me Plus Cake podcast on Spreaker, Off Limits show with my good friend Icon. And Nicole, real quick, tell us about the products you have on your page.
Yeah, people wanted to know how I do my hair, what products I use, so they're on the 5x5. Check us out, Facebook 5x5, and on Twitter. So just look at that when you get a chance, and there's links to the products, and enjoy.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to go back to longer shows one of these days, but I'm just not doing it. Maybe Della Nikki will do it.
Ooh,
and maybe she'll do a show by herself pretty soon. She's supposed to do it in June, if you guys remember, but she hasn't.
Call me out.
But that's all the time we have tonight. Thank you guys for listening.
It's Real Talk with David and Nikki. Hot topics, gossip, and a little shade on the 5x5. Check us out on Facebook at the 5x5, or tweet us at the 5x5, or go to Recycle Blog Talk for past shows. Thanks for tuning in.